you're over 35 years old, stop by and pay close attention in this video. I have a question for you. Did you know that after age 35, there is a drastic hormonal shift that takes place inside your body, making it increasingly difficult for people in their 40s, 50s, or 60s to lose this? This is 1 pound of stubborn fat. Now, this growth hormone decline is known as a condition known as somatic pause, and this is when growth hormone levels plummet after age 35. And as growth hormone levels decrease, the body tends to store more and more fat, the skin ages faster, and it potentially increases the risk for today's deadly diseases. Now, if you're under 35 years old and you're in your 20s and your early 30s, you don't really need to worry about stimulating this hormone because it's already present. But if you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, this hormone could be the missing link to you burning stubborn fat faster, rejuvenating healthy skin, increasing your quality of life and energy levels, and even potentially helping you avoid deadly diseases. So inside this video, I'm going to talk about 4 strategies that you can use, natural strategies that you can use to increase growth hormone. So no pills, no supplements, no extreme dieting, anything like that. And in fact, I'm not even going to recommend that you do any of the traditional exercises. If you're over 35, you need to avoid crunches and sit-ups. It takes 22,000 crunches just to burn 1 pound of fat. You need to avoid excessive amounts of cardiovascular exercise. Small amounts of steady state cardio are fine, but when you abuse it, it can suppress T4 to T3 conversion in your thyroid. It can increase hunger, it can increase cortisol, and it can increase free radicals. And all this is bad stuff for the body. Instead, you should be replacing it with a 12-minute metabolic movement pattern that I'm going to share at the end of this video. But first, let's talk about these 4 strategies to increase growth hormone. The first strategy is to simply lose more belly fat. I'll teach you how to do that in just 12 minutes a day at the end of this video. But research shows that people who are overweight or obese have less growth hormone production, and obese people who lose belly fat have their growth hormone levels increase production inside their body. So simply by losing more belly fat, you can increase growth hormone levels. The second strategy is don't eat 1 to 2 hours before bed. So first of all, if you make healthy food choices directly before bed and eat directly before bed, it's not necessarily going to make you fat. But it's in your best interest if you want to release growth hormone to wait 1 to 2 hours after your last meal of the day before going to sleep. What this 1 to 2 hour window will do is it allows insulin to stabilize. And when insulin is stable, this is what allows the body to pulse and release growth hormone throughout the night. But if you eat directly before bed, although it might not be an unhealthy choice and it might not make you gain weight, it could potentially block growth hormone production because insulin will be present, and insulin is the antagonist to growth hormone. The third strategy, to increase growth hormone levels is use many bouts of intermittent fasting. Now, fasting is very big trend right now. It's like a little mosquito buzzing around the internet, but you don't need to do it in an extreme fashion to get great results or release hormone. The reality is this: 12 to 16 hours, 4 or 5 days of the week of fasting can help you release more growth hormone. So, for example, if you're a female and you have your last meal at 8 p.m., you would break your fast at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. the next day. So you fast for about 12 to 14 hours, and you do this 4 or 5 days of the week. And if you're a man, you're going to extend this window out 14 to 16 hours. So personally, I like to have my last meal at 9 p.m. I go to bed between 10:30 and 11. I wait an hour and a half to 2 hours before going to sleep to help growth hormone be released. I wake up and will not have my first meal of the day until the next day at 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Now, I do this about 4 or 5 days of the week. And when you do this, your sympathetic nervous system kicks up really high. Now, not only does this release up to 1,200% more growth hormone, it also releases catecholamines like adrenaline. Now, when these hormones are all present at the same time inside your body because you're fasting, it preserves muscle. It actually increases metabolic rate because your sympathetic nervous system is kicking up. It's like your fight or your flight response. And also, it helps you release all these hormones that can help you burn more fat. The fourth and final way to release more growth hormone, and this can increase growth hormone 400 to 771%. And I have research studies over at my website that you'll see a link at the link around this video, backing this up with about 30 other studies that show the effectiveness of this 12-minute protocol. Now, if you're over 35 years old and you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, you must exercise less and use a 12-minute protocol that uses specific movement patterns specific intensity levels, and specific rest periods that are designed for your current hormonal condition. So all you have to do is follow along with me. Go over to my website. I'll tell you all about this 12-minute protocol. You'll also see an inspiring story about my wife, Karen, who actually went through early onset menopause from her cancer bout when we first met and got married. And this 12-minute protocol helped her melt all her stubborn belly fat. And you'll read all about her inspiring story over at our website. So remember, if you're over 35 years old, it's very important that you move differently than younger people. P90X, Insanity, Beachbody workouts, Peloton, spinning. All these are great for you and they can be effective, but keep in mind, if you're over 35, your hormones are different. The reality is most of these workouts are designed for younger people. The DVD workouts use ballistic movements that could damage your joints. The duration of them is so long that it could suppress a lot of hormones and release more cortisol. So it's important that you engage in movement patterns, intensity levels, and rest periods that match your current hormonal condition. And when you do this, you can increase growth hormone, like I said, 400 to 771%. So thanks for watching and keep going strong.